of.
I know.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram
Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram
Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram
Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai
ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। Once again, we welcome each of our viewers to this morning prayer and satsang. I'm sure you enjoyed those beautiful tunes, and your minds are now prepared to surrender to the feet of Bhagwan. We pray and ask that may all be happy, may none suffer, may all be joyous and fearless. For our sponsors and for all devotees, I ask you to recite this prayer with me as we pray for the good of all. Mritvanjay Mahadeva,
Mrityunjay Mahadeva,
Trahimam Sharanagatam,
Mahimam Sharanagatam,
Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi,
Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi,
Tirte Karma Bandhana, Om Mritvanjaya Mahadeva,
Mrityunjay Mahadeva,
Trahimam Sharanagatam,
Trahimam Sharanagatam,
Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi,
Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi,
Tirtam Karma Bandhana.
Tam Karma Bandhana,
Adityaya Vidmahi,
Adityaya Vidmahi,
Divakaraya Dhimahi,
Divakaraya Dhimahi,
Tanno Surya Prachodayat.
Tanno Surya Prachodayat.
Japa Kusuma Sankasham, Kashyapeyam Mahadikim, Tamoringam Sarvapapagnam, Pranado Asmin Divakara. Om Suryaya Namaha.
Om Surya
Satyanarayan.
Surya Narayana Satya Narayana.
Surya Narayana Satyanarayan.
Surya Narayana Satya Narayana.
Chandra Narayana Satyanarayan.
Surya Narayana Satya Narayana.
Om Narayan Buddha Narayan.
Om Narayana Buddha Narayana.
Guru Narayana Shukra Narayan.
Guru Narayana Shukra Narayana.
Shukra Narayana Shani Narayan.
Shukra Narayana Shani Narayana.
Rahu Narayana Ketu Narayan.
Rahu Narayana Ketu Narayana.
Ketu Narayana Ketu Narayan.
Ketu Narayana Ketu Narayana.
Surya Narayana Satya Narayan. We did these prayers this morning because we are coming up to a very important parva, Tyohar, special day in the Hindu calendar. And it is called Akshay Tritiya. Later I will talk a little about that. But one of the mahatva, one of the greatness of this day, it is said by the astrological system that we believe in, that Surya and Chandra, they are placed in such a positive position that you can feel the vibration. What is the greatness of having Surya and Chandra in the appropriate rasi is that Surya is called Atmabal. And Atmabal is very important to have when we have that strength, that we will not be carried away by small little things. And Chandra is the bal, the bal of the mind. We have that strength, the mind becomes strong because we know Chandrama Manaso Jata Chaksho Suryo Ajayata. Chandrama is the presiding deity of the mind. So we get man shanti. We become santusht when these planets are in such a harmony and such a auspicious day. This is why we did Surya, a few names of Lord Surya, and we asked that Surya Bhagavan may give us that Atmabal, that the coming days when we prepare for this very special day of Akshay Tritiya, we may be able to take some of that energy that will be flowing on that day. So we do our pratana now. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram. Jai Jai Rama.
Shri Ram Jai Ram. Jai Jai Rama.
Shri Ram Jai Ram. Jai Jai Rama.
Shri Ram Jai Ram. Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram. Jai Jai Rama.
सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं श्रीराम नाम
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
राम राम जय राजा राम, राम राम जय सीता राम।
Ram Ram Jai Raja Ram, Ram Ram Jai Sita Ram.
राम राम जय राजा राम, राम राम जय सीता राम।
Ram Ram Jai Raja Ram, Ram Ram Jai Sita Ram.
राम राम जय राजा राम, राम राम जय सीता राम।
Ram Ram Jai Raja Ram, Ram Ram Jai Sita Ram.
राम राम जय राजा राम, जय सीता राम।
Ram Ram Jai Raja Ram, Ram Ram Jai Sita Ram.
मंगल भवन मंगलहारी, द्रवहु स्वदशरथ अजिर बिहारी।
मंगल भवन मंगलहारी, प्रभु सुदशरथ अजिर बिहारी.
राम राम जय राजा राम, राम राम जय सीता राम।
राम राम जय राजा राम, राम राम जय सीता राम.
ओ राम राम जय राजा राम,
राम जय सीता राम.
जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई।
जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई.
राम राम जय राजा राम, राम राम जय सीता राम।
राम राम जय राजा राम, राम राम जय सीता राम. राम राम जय राजा राम, राम राम जय सीता
ओ
राम.
राम राम जय राजा राम,
राम राम जय सीता राम. राम राम जय राजा राम, राम राम जय सीता राम.
राम राम जय राजा राम,
राम जय सीता राम.
राम राम जय राजा राम,
राम राम जय सीता राम.
राम राम जय राजा राम।
राम राम जय सीता राम. राम राम जय राजा राम, राम राम जय सीता राम. राम राम जय राजा राम, राम राम जय सीता राम. राम राम जय राजा राम, राम राम जय सीता राम. राम राम जय राजा राम, राम राम जय सीता राम. श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम. श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम. श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, जय जय राम. श्री राम
सुमिरो पवन
जय राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय राम. श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, राम राम जय राजा राम, राम राम जय सीता राम. राम राम जय राजा राम, राम राम जय सीता राम. राम राम जय राजा राम, राम राम जय सीता राम. राम राम जय राजा राम, राम राम जय सीता राम.
राम राम जय राजा राम, राम राम जय सीता राम। Without the blessings of the Lord, our wrong tendency will not come to an end. The blessings of Bhagavan. It is for this reason that we gathered here every Sunday, Monday, Friday, Tuesday, and we hope in our prayers that the tendencies that we have, the wrong approach to life that we have, thinking ill of another person, gradually it will go away. But this has to come by the grace of Bhagavan. And the grace of the Lord does not come to us unless we do satkarma, without destroying of the vasana, there can be no purity of the mind. So without destroying these vasanas that we have, this tendency, the mind will not be pure. And when the mind is not, remember the story I said on Friday night? This bhakta went to the Guru and he says, Guruji, I want to get siksha from you. I want to get knowledge. So the Guruji observed him, when you go for certain interviews and you're taken to work, there's a period where you observe how you behave. So the Guruji come to the conclusion that he's not ready for this. So he created his own little story and he says, I would like you to go for a jar, and with this jar, bring it to me, and I will pour milk, and then you can give it to the other disciples. So he went with this ghara. So when he went with the ghara was a leaking pot. So milk couldn't go through it. So he said, my disciple, this pot is not good. It has a lot of holes. So he went and he patched the hole and he come back. So when he brought the pot back to the Guru, the ghara, in the ghara there was dirt. So the Guru looked at it and he said to him, he says, you have to clean this. I cannot pour this milk for you to give someone else. So he cleaned the pot and then he returned it. And when he returned it, then the Guruji says, pouring the milk in a clean pot and not a leaky pot is a lesson when someone is prepared to take what is important, what is good for them, the teachings that can help them in their life to be a better person. So unless we clean this mind, and that is why we do Rama Rama Jai Sita Ram, Radhe Shyam. We sing the name of the Lord when we come to Satsang. Satsang has a lot of mahatva, it has a lot of greatness. And the greatness is not only to be present here, but the greatness is when we can try to clean this pot. Try not to have a leaky pot, but you have a pot. That whatever is given to you, you will accept it, you will digest it, and make your life a better life. Many people, I said this on Tuesday, that because of COVID, you enjoy from temples and organization the facilities of being in being at home, and the temple come to your home. But the feeling that you will get when you go to a satsang or you go to a temple, it's quite different. It is quite different from sitting in your home, you have a cup of coffee, you may have chai, you may have water, whatever you may have, and relax on your chair and you're looking at the program like how you look at baseball or cricket. You get the enjoyment, you see it, but the feeling that you generate by being in a temple, you may have murtis, beautiful murtis in your home, you may do daily puja, but what is the difference is this devalaya, this temple is called a devalaya, and in this devalaya, the vigrahas that are here, the murtis that are here, they are energized by Vedic mantras on a daily basis. So when you come here, you can extract some of the energy that is flowing here, and when you go back, it will help you to get that gyan, that wisdom in your life. Unless there is a pure mind, you cannot attain gyan. And so, the blessings of the Lord are essential for the attainment of knowledge. So we come here because we come with our basket with flowers, fruits, but we must take back something full the basket, as much as you can. If it may run over, if it may overflow, but take as much as you can so that you can be able to enjoy the bliss. I'm not telling you that you must come to temple because you say it's COVID, but you must make an effort. Be cautious, be careful. We still have to go to the market. We still have to go to cinema. We still go to place of entertainment. But, you know, some of us still feel that it's not safe, and that's your personal choice. Joining us or joining anyone through the medium is good, the media. But when you come to a temple and you live here, you're spiritually motivated. There's one chaupai that I'll read, but later we'll read from Balkan. This chaupai will give the essence of my first talk. This is taken from Uttarakhand, and it is telling us about sadhana. Jaha lagai sadhana ved bakhani sab kar phal bhakti suhani. Sadhan is one word, and sadhak is another word. So, Patanjali Maharishi, he was a great personality. He said that there are 3 levels of sadhak. Sadhak means the person or the individual that is doing sadhana in his life. And as a human being, irrespective of the religion that you embrace, the school of thought that you embrace, you must do sadhana. Some sadhana. Sadhana means you must follow a discipline. Whether you're Vaishnava, whether you're Shaiva, whether you believe in the Nirakar form of God, that Parabrahma Paramatma has no form, or you believe in worship, there must be some sadhana that you as a sadhak will do. And here, Patanjali Maharishi says that there are 3 levels of sadhana, of sadhak. And the first, he says, is mridu. Mridu means one who performs sadhana, but it is done in a very mild way. Mild way. You do your sadhana, but you have to do it. Like parents will tell children that, if you don't say your mantra before you go to school, I will not give you breakfast. In these days, that doesn't happen but it is important. But the child, some children will react and say, or whatever mantra, they're gone. Others may do it in a more appropriate way. So it's called mild sadhana. That sadhak is a mild, very mild. And when they do this mild sadhana, they go to Satsang. They will say to the Acharya or Swamiji that, you know what, Swamiji, I'm not going to follow this path anymore. He says, why? When I went to the temple or had gone to a Satsang, someone was very rude to me. So Swamiji says, rude to you? And that is what will stop you from doing sadhana? Swami said, or the master says, that the rishis, the munis, the saints, they went through untold misery, but they never move away from the path. Such as Tukaram, Narsim Mehta, and so many others, Raja Harishchandra, they all suffer. And just because someone said something to you that you did not appreciate, you will not do your sadhana, you will not do practice anymore. So he says, Patanjali says, that is a very mild way of doing it. But the point is that they are considered to be a sadhak, although they do it in a mild way. And it says, Jahalagi sadhan, whatever sadhana you do, that the Vedas explain, the end result is to get the blessings of God. You may get the blessings of God, but it's like an investment. How much you put, that is what you'll get. So the middle one is called Madhyam. Madhyam, as you know, means middle. And the middle one will do the sadhana, but they do it with a little bit more of interest. They're interested a little bit more. And the last is the one that will do it with the highest intensity. They will do it, and they do it well. They can all attain the goal of life, but it will be in different levels of their sadhana or intensity. So we learn about the 3 levels of sadhana, which a sadhak should do. And when we try to do it, what it will bring to us, it will give us an opportunity that we become motivated. We have that intensity in us that will go forward in life. Swami Ramakrishna explained this very 3 words. How can you understand it? He says, if you go to a farm, in the days of Ramakrishna, there were no tractors and bulldozer and equipments, machinery to help farmers in their life. So they go to a mela where there's cow and bull, and they go there, and while they're there, those who go to purchase these animals, this bull, there's no identification that this is in this category or the other category. So what happens? The farmer now will kick the bull on its tail. And if the bull reacts, then he will say something. And if the bull does not react, the farmer says, you are good for nothing. And he goes again to another bull. And when he does that, the bull stands up tall and ready to go. So, Swami Ramakrishna said, to understand this, know this, that this individual or this bull is filled with enthusiasm. And you have to have enthusiasm in life so that you can able to progress on the part of spirituality. Success in spirituality comes to us when we have that commitment, when we have that understanding that it is our duty. The key word to attain this is enthusiasm. So we must always, don't be shy if you go somewhere or don't feel that there's no place for you. There's always a place for you in the Lord's arm. We will sing this bhajan, and this bhajan is that Almighty, may you give us an understanding heart. I am coming to you. I am coming to your door. It is not one of the bhajan that you will find on the screen. This is a bhajan that I learned from a Pandit from Trinidad. Because we are here to celebrate the life of Leela Ruplal, we dedicate this bhajan. It tells us, Le chalo Prabhu ke dwar manava. O mind, do your sadhana, become a good sadhak, so that you can get to the door of Lord. Le chal Prabhu ke dwar manava, le chal Prabhu ke dwar.
ले चल प्रभु के द्वार मनवा, ले चल प्रभु के द्वार।
ले चल प्रभु के द्वार मनवा, ले चल प्रभु के द्वार।
ले चल प्रभु के द्वार मनवा, ले चल प्रभु के द्वार।
जन्म जन्म की प्यास बुझा दे, जन्म जन्म की प्यास
बुझा दे,
तुम ही बुझावनहार मनवा, ले चल प्रभु के द्वार, ले चल प्रभु
के द्वार मनवा, ले चल प्रभु के द्वार।
दानन दीन्हा ध्यान न कीन्हा, दानन दीन्हा ध्यान न कीन्हा, कैसे होई अपार मनवा, ले चल प्रभु के द्वार।
ले चल प्रभु के द्वार मनवा, ले चल प्रभु के द्वार।
ले चल प्रभु के द्वार मनवा, ले चल प्रभु के द्वार। सब कीर्तन प्रभु चरणन में, सब कीर्तन प्रभु सालिग राम बलिहार मनवा, ले चल प्रभु के द्वार, ले चल प्रभु
के द्वार मनवा, ले चल प्रभु के द्वार।
ले चल प्रभु के द्वार मनवा, ले चल प्रभु के। This bhajan says, Hey Manava, Prabhu ke dwar chalo. Go to the door, take this mind to the Lord. And through this sadhana, the sadhak can do that. The intensity, whether it is mild or whether it is total surrendering, you become a sadhana, a sadhak. You go to the door of the Lord, and what happens? Janama janama ke pyas. You know the pyas, the thirst that we have in many, many lives we have had, we are having now, and we shall probably have it in the future. This pyas, this thirst cannot be quenched unless you become a sadhak, a true sadhak in your life. Oh Lord, you are the one to quench my thirst. Dana na kinha, dhyana na dinha. You have never done dan in your life. Giving is a very important part. And one of the mahatva of Akshay Tritiya, this punya tithi, is that you should give dan, you should give food. So it is coming on Tuesday. Remember, a little bit that you have, give it in the name of God. Kaise hai wo apar? How would you cross this mundane world? And in conclusion, the author of the bhajan says, Sabatirthan Prabhu Charananame. All the tirthas lies at the feet of the Lord. And when you surrender and you become the person who has that type of sadhana, that type of sadhak, that you totally surrender everything to Him, then you will experience this in life.
राम तुम बड़े दयालु हो, 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 नाथ 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 तुम बड़े दयालु हो, हरि जी तुम बड़े दयालु हो, हरि जी बड़े दयालु हो, और ना कोई हमारा है, कोई हमारा है, मुझे एक तेरा सहारा है, मुझे एक तेरा सहारा है, नैया डोल रही मेरी, नैया डोल रही मेरी, राम तुम बड़े दयालु हो, राम तुम बड़े दयालु हो, राम तुम बड़े दयालु हो, राम तुम बड़े दयालु हो।
This Lord is Dayalu. Tu Dayalu Deen Hot, Tu Dani Ho Bhikhari. So we surrender. We try to connect to Him. And there's no better day to do your puja. Everything is in line that day. That is one of the 4 auspicious days in the Hindu calendar, the day of Akshay Tritiya. Bhajan.
हे मनवा रे मनवा, जीवन है संग्राम। हे मनवा रे मनवा, जीवन है संग्राम। भज ले राम राम राम, भज ले राम राम राम,
भजले राम राम राम, भजले राम राम राम,
भज ले राम राम राम, भज ले राम राम राम।
भजले राम राम राम, भजले राम राम राम।
हे मनवा रे मनवा, जीवन है संग्राम।
मनवा रे मनवा, जीवन है
लोक यही पर लोक यही है, यही धरा और व्योम, यही धरा और व्योम, यही पुरातन नारायण है, यही सनातन ओम, यही सनातन ओम। इससे बड़ा नहीं कोई नाम, इससे बड़ा नहीं गजब के इसके खेल, गजब के इसके खेल। सूर्य चंद्र के दीप जलाता, बिन बाती बिनते, बिन बाती बिनते। यही सवारे सारे काम, यही सवारे सारे काम। भजले राम राम राम, भजले राम राम राम, भजले राम राम राम, भजले राम राम राम। हमारे मनवा जीवन है संसार, मनवा रे मनवा
जीवन है संग्राम।
भजले राम राम राम, भजले राम राम राम।
भजले राम राम राम,
भजले राम राम राम, भजले राम राम राम। भजले राम राम राम, भजले राम राम राम, भजले राम राम राम, भजले राम राम राम, भजले राम राम राम।
रामचंद्र भगवान की जय।
राम बोलो राम बोलो, राम बोलो राम। 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 राम बोलो राम बोलो, राम बोलो राम बोलो, राम बोलो
रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. My next talk is based on Tree City during Ram Leela. And Bhagwan Ram came. And the influence that one gets from the place that he lives, the country that he lives, the ruler that is there, it can either be positive, less positive, or negative. So, in the city of Ayodhya, Bhagwan Shri, in fact, Dashrath ruled over Ayodhya. And Tulsidas, in a one-line chaupai, he explained, Avadhapuri Raghukula Manaravu Veda Vidhita Dasaratha Ramu Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ragukula Manarao. So Avadpuri, Ayodhya, the king of Ayodhya was Dashrath. You heard that a couple of weeks ago. He was filled with divine qualities. Avadapuri Ragukula Manarahu, he had all divine qualities. Veda Vedit Dasaratarahu. He knew the Vedas. He followed the Vedic principles, and he ruled well. But in his kingdom, there was a little bit of what we will call impurity there. And that was mantra and the dhobi. So although he was such a great king, no matter how great you are, you will always find that there is some little bit of people or behavior in our life that is not good. And then we move to Lanka. Lanka was ruled by Ravan. This Chopa you probably heard millions of times. When Hanumanji went to Lanka, these were his words. He came to this conclusion that this place, we know it to be a demon territory, a place that is ruled by demon. And what Hanumanji heard from his Chopa, he said,
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Lanka nisichara nikata nivasa. Lanka nisichara nikata nivasa. Iha taha satnam nivasa.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Jai 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 Hanuman Gosai. Jai Jai Jai
Hanuman Gosai.
Kripa karo Guru Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Lanka Nisichara Nikat Nivasa. Lanka was known to be a kingdom that was ruled by Ravan, and most of the 99.9% of the people who occupied Lanka, they were Rakshas. But in Lanka there was Mandodari, there was Bibhishan, and there were a few others there. Although they were under Ravan's subjection, they had the Lord with them. So that's two cities. The point I'm trying to make is that no matter where you are, where you go, and if you're looking to see that there'll be 100% of divinity there, you may not find it. You will find at least there'll be someone there who can help you to better your life. And the third place is Mithila. Mithila was ruled by King Janak. You know the story. Janak's name is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. Such a great individual he was. Krishna Bhagavan mentioned the name of Janak because he was a Vairagi. He was a Raj Rishi. He was a Rishi inwardly, but outwardly he administrated his country. And when that inward divinity is awakened in you, then you will surely be a good administrator. From such an individual born, or to him, and to his dear wife Sunaina, came Janak Janani, who is Janaki Mata. Janaka Sutta, Jagajanani Janaki, Atishaya Priya Karuna Nidhanaki. This divine mother came from such a person who was a Raj Rishi, but yet he ruled, he governed according to the laws of Dharma. And in his kingdom, there were no such person that you would have found in Ayodhya or in Lanka. But there was one thing in Janak. Janak was a Brahma Rishi, and for him, all he see was everything is Brahma. He recognized that the Lord is Brahma Satyam Jagata Mithya. Everything else is false, but just Brahma, that all manifest force of God. And in Ayodhya Kand, in Balkan, these chopais are there. When Vishwamitra, after he released Ahilya, it is below Doha 215, after he released Ahilya and they traveled onwards, Vishwamitra took Prabhu Sri Ram and his brother Lakshman to Janakpur. Tulsidas ji says that when Janakji saw the Lord and his brother, what will happen? That all manifest feelings that he had would become the one that infused devotion in you, the form Bhagwan Sri Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Rahulat Sundar Pavanak, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Brahma Janeti, Janakji, looking at Sri Ram and his brother Lakshman, he said, are they from Rishikul or Nipakul? Do they belong to the Rishi lineage or they are from that royal lineage? And he also said that the Vedas talk neti, neti, who the Vedas explain, not this, not this. Are they the two persons who are the representation of that Brahm that the Vedas talk about? But the Chaupai, the line that is so important, he says, Sahaja Viraga Manamura, seeing the Lord, that Vairagya enter into his heart. Here Janak was a Jnani, but now when he saw the Lord and his brother, from that higher level of spirituality where you do not recognize no other being but Brahm, changed that Vairagya, that love came into his heart. And how it is described is like when the Chakor bird sees the moon at night. The Chakor bird is at a loss because the brilliance of the moon, he cannot do anything. He's taken away with this. So the brilliance of Bhagavan Sri Ram and Lakshman change the understanding of Janak that here is Parabrahma Paramatma. You know, many people say that we must not worship a form God. When a mother is pregnant, the mother knows that she has a child in her womb. She feels the kick that comes from the child, the pain that she goes through, but she cannot see the child. Yes, you will tell me that today you can do ultrasound and everything. But even you have the opportunity to do that, you cannot be conclusive that, sometimes people say it's a boy and it ends up to be a girl. So even to the scientific preparations that are there in the hospital to tell you what child is coming, you're not too sure. But when this child born, come into your home, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, the love that you have as a mother, you are able to demonstrate, to show that love. Because here is the form of the child that you so wanted. So that is the way with Paramatma. Vairagya is important. We must have that connection through bhakti. Jnana is very important, as he was a jnani, but when he saw the Lord in a manifest form, he was taken away. He was taken away completely, he was lost. So when we become one with the Lord, we lost in his name, then we can able to enjoy the 3 levels of sadhana and become one with him. We will do one prayer to Ma Durga, and then we will continue. Before meditation, I'll ask Pandit Tiwari to come and say a few words, and then we'll go into meditation. But for now, we do one prayer to Ma Durga, and we ask the Divine Mother, may shower her choicest blessings on all of us. For the children who are here, and grandchildren, in prayers for their late mother, I want to remind them that we say to me, Mata, God, your mother, your father. In the absence of their mother, Leela, we hope and pray that the Divine Mother will continue to inspire them. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Matrirupena Samstita Namastasya 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 Namo Namaha
Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute
Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Matrirupena Samstita Namastasya 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 Namo
Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute Narayani
सिद्धेशी
नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते
सर्वस्य बुद्धिरूपेण जनस्य हृदसंस्थिते स्वर्गाय प्रवर्तते देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते
नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते
जय जय दुर्गे दुर्गति मंगल की जयकार मन मंदिर उज्जवल करो कृपा करके
नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते
नारायणी नमोस्तुते जयकारा शेरवाली धाम
बोल सांचे दरबार की जय। माँ मुरादे पूरी कर दे हलवा बांटूंगी
माँ मुरादे पूरी
कर दे हलवा बांटूंगी माँ मुरादे पूरी कर दे हलवा बांटूंगी मुरादे पूरी कर दे हलवा बांटूंगी जोत जगा के सर को झुका के जोत जगा के सर को झुका के मैं मनाऊंगी मनाऊंगी आऊंगी माँ मुरादे पूरी कर दे हलवा बांटूंगी माँ मुरादे पूरी कर दे हलवा बांटूंगी जोत जगा के सर को झुका के जोत जगा के सर को झुका के मैं मनाऊंगी दर पे आऊंगी आऊंगी माँ मुरादे पूरी कर दे हलवा बांटूंगी माँ मुरादे पूरी कर दे हलवा बांटूंगी संतों महंतों को बुला के घर में करूं जगराता सुनती है सबकी फरियादें मेरी भी सुन लेगी माता झोली भरेगी संकट हरेगी झोली भरेगी संकट हरेगी बेटा गाऊंगी गाऊंगी आऊंगी माँ मुरादे पूरी कर दे हलवा बांटूंगी माँ मुरादे पूरी कर दे हलवा बांटूंगी कृपा करो वरदानी माँ छाया है गम का अंधेरा तेरे बिना मेरा कोई ना मुझको भरोसा है तेरा भाग जगा दे बिगड़ी बना दे भाग जगा दे बिगड़ी बना दे दर पे आऊंगी मैं मनाऊंगी आऊंगी माँ मुरादे पूरी कर दे हलवा बांटूंगी माँ मुरादे पूरी कर दे हलवा बांटूंगी जोत जगा के सर को झुका के जोत जगा के सर को झुका के मैं मनाऊंगी आऊंगी आऊंगी माँ मुरादे पूरी कर दे हलवा बांटूंगी माँ मुरादे पूरी कर दे
बांचूंगी। बोलिए जयकारा महामाई दा
बोल साची दरबार
बार की जय। माई मेरी सच्चियां जोतां वाली माता ਤੁਹਾਡੀ सदा ही जय।
Swalas, Gurudev.
हरि ओम।
श्री सीतापति राघव की जय। 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 माहुलसी के तुलसी की जय। माहुलसी के तुलसी की जय। श्री हनुमंत लला की जय। श्री हनुमंत लला की जय। श्री हनुमंत लला की जय। श्री राम जय राम
जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। समादरणीय व्यासपीठ विराजमान व्यास जी महाराज, पावन चरणों में प्रणाम। और व्यास के ही आप सब विभूति वैभव श्रोतागण, आप सब भक्तजनों के हृदय में विराजमान भगवान नारायण के पावन छवि को प्रणाम। आप सभी का कुछ शब्दों में स्वागत। सन्निकट ही है परशुराम जयंती, भगवान परशुराम जी का जन्म दिवस, प्राकट्य दिवस। भगवान परशुराम जी आए और उसी काल में भगवान राम भी आए। राम का दर्शन पहले करते हैं। भगवान राम, परशुराम जी तो ब्रह्मचारी हैं। उन्होंने स्वयं कहा बाल ब्रह्मचारी अति क्रोही, विश्व विदित क्षत्रिय कुल द्रोही। ये परशुराम जी वीर रस है, ब्रह्मचर्य है। परशुराम जी महाराज अनेक क्षत्रियों का संहार किया। 21 बार क्षत्रिय वंश का विनाश किए, लेकिन बाल ब्रह्मचारी। हमारा धर्मशास्त्र का ये बहुत उज्जवल इतिहास है। और भगवान राम, ब्रह्मचर्य के बाद गृहस्थ होना होता है जी। गृहस्थ इसीलिए रसो वैशा का जहां व्याख्या किए संतों ने, तो कहा जी रस तो श्रृंगार एव रसः, धन्यो गृहस्थ आश्रमः। भगवान राम गृहस्थ बन गए। टूटत ही धनु भय विवाहु। ये तो औपचारिकता है, फॉर्मेलिटी बाद में पूरी करना। धनुष टूटते ही विवाह हो गया कहा। तो गृहस्थ भगवान रामचंद्र जी। गांधार विवाह तो वाटिका में हो गए थे। तो भगवान के गले में जयमाला है, विश्व विजय के माला पहने हुए हैं। गृहस्थ का शुभारंभ हो रहा है और श्रृंगार रस का दर्शन है। आप नक्शिक छवि दर्शन करें। जहां जिस छवि को देख करके भगवान के नक्शिक दर्शन, जहां भी आप देखें और आपका मन डूब जाए, वहां उसी का नाम नेति है। अब बस जी और कुछ नहीं, जो करना था हमने कर लिया, जो हमें पढ़ना था पढ़ लिया, जो पाना था पा लिया। तस्य कार्यम न विद्यते। यहां हम परिपूर्ण हो गए, अगाध हो गए। न इति, अब और कुछ नहीं चाहिए। जाको कुछ नहीं चाहिए, सोई शहंशाह। ये भगवान राम के छवि के दर्शन लोग कर रहे थे, लेकिन कुछ दुष्ट राजा ऐसे ही तड़प रहे थे कि हम भी आए थे और ये बच्चे से छुड़ा लो, ये तो 16 साल का भी बच्चा है। उसी समय परशुराम जी का आगमन होता है। परशुराम जी छत्री विहीन करने वाले, और एक तरफ धनुष लटके हैं, परसा है, अनेक तरह के हथियार लेकर के जब आए, तब परशुराम जी ने कहा, कहु जड़ जनक धनुष के ही तोड़ा। महाराज जनक जी, जिसको बड़े बड़े ब्रह्मर्षि विद्वान भी अपना गुरु के रूप में मानते हैं, उसको जड़ जनक, बुद्धिहीन जनक कह दिए। जनक जी ने कहा, महाराज ये गुरु जी का धनुष हमें दिए थे, तो धनुष को तोड़वाया क्यों? क्योंकि बाण नहीं दिए। अगर बाण होता तो चलाओ नहीं कि हम प्रतिज्ञा करते। बाण नहीं है तो केवल तोड़ा जा सकता है। धनुष अहंकार है, अहंकार को तोड़ा ही जा सकता है। लक्ष्मण जी यहां आ गए। लक्ष्मण जी शेषावतार हैं, जीवों के आचार्य हैं। लक्ष्मण जी महाराज भी परम वैरागी हैं, वैराग्य का स्वरूप है। लक्ष्मण जी भगवान राम अपना श्रृंगार के, सीता जी से पहले दर्शन श्रृंगार रस का वर्णन करते हैं लक्ष्मण जी से, और वियोग का वर्णन करते हैं हनुमान जी, वो भी ब्रह्मचारी। ये श्री रामचरितमानस रामायण की एक विशेषता है, रामचरित की विशेषता है, भगवान राम की विशेषता है। तो परशुराम जी को लक्ष्मण जी ने कहा, महाराज ये धनुष आपका था? नहीं जी, हमारे गुरु जी का था। क्या गुरु जी ने आपको दिया था? ये भी नहीं। तो आप गुस्सा क्यों कर रहे हैं? लक्ष्मण जी के बातों को सुन के परशुराम जी को और क्रोध आने लगा। भगवान राम ने कहा, देखो महाराज, ये बच्चा ये समझा जैसे कई लोग प्रोडक्ट करते हैं सामग्री और उसको बेचते हैं, मार्केटिंग बेचने के लिए। तो हम यही समझे कि आप ये फरसा लटकाए हुए हैं, धनुष लटकाए हैं, ये तो कोई अच्छा कारीगर होगा, हथियार बनाने वाला ये, और यहाँ बेचने पे आया है। बहुत सारे राजा आए हैं तो सब खरीदेंगे तुमको, तुम्हारे हथियार। जो भी हथियार बनाएगा वो तो बेचेगा ही भाई, जो भी फैक्ट्री लगाएगा वो बेचने के लिए ही होता है। तो हमने यही समझा कि आप ये सब हथियार बेचने आए हैं, इसलिए लक्ष्मण जी को लगा और ये आपसे बात कर गए। परशुराम जी ने कहा, मुझे ऐसे समझ लेता है पंडित, मैं वो ब्राह्मण पंडित नहीं हूं। अंत में भगवान रामचंद्र जी को देख करके परशुराम जी के लिए कहा गया है, दोपहर का सूर्य ते ही समाज प्रगटे नृप भंगा, और आए भृगुकुल कमल पतंगा। पतंग माने सूर्य नारायण। दोपहर का सूर्य और गर्मी के ऋतु का सूर्य सबको तपा देता है। और भगवान राम के लिए कहा, रघुबर बाल पतंग। जब समाज में क्षत्रिय तपाने लगे, तब परशुराम जी आए और आयरन कट आयरन, पाइजन कट पाइजन, उसने क्षत्रियों को संहार कर दिया क्रोध से। अब रघुबर बाल पतंग भगवान आ गए हैं, तो अब परशुराम जी की अब जरूरत नहीं है। और भृगुकुल गए बनहि तप हेतु, अब तपस्या के लिए जा रहे हैं। यही परशुराम जी का दर्शन हम आप सभी को देखना चाहिए। श्री राम।
That's a very beautiful illustration about Parshuram. As you know, Parshuram took a sankalp that he will rid the world from the Kshatriyas. And then Bhagwan Ram went to break the bow, and the meeting of the Lord and Parshuram, he realized that this was the avatar before him, and the matter came to, they settled the issue that they had. So it is a day like Akshay Tritiya that Parshuram ji Janma took place. A little bit of Akshay Tritiya. Akshay Tritiya falls on the 3rd day of the bright half of the month of Vaishak. So Vaishak is this month that is currently on now, it's the third day. It is said that there are four all auspicious days in our calendar. One is Vasant Panchami. 2 is the first day of Chaitra Navratra. 3 is Akshay Tritiya, which comes in May. Then the other 2, it's actually 5. The other 2 is Vijay Dashmi and Deepavali. When people like to do anything, they would like something of importance. You want to build a temple, you want to build a house, you want to have weddings, you go to your priest and he will advise you that the muhurt, this is the muhurt, at this time you should do it. But that can only be done with the exceptional of these days that I mentioned to you. When Akshay Tritiya comes, there is no need to go to anyone. Just, it is so auspicious that you can do, it is all auspicious for any event, surgery, anything you want to start in life, business, whatever the case may be. Temples, install of murti, it is an auspicious day. So our seniors' home was built. The Bhumi Puja was done on Akshay Tritiya. And by God's grace, I know other temples too. They did their Bhumi Puja and Akshay Tritiya, and they're very successful. There's one will be done in Cambridge on Tuesday, and we ask God to bless them too. But Akshay Tritiya, Akshay means endless. Akshay Pundarika Aksham. When we do the funeral rites, this is a common prayer, but I'm not going to say it here. But this is the first Akshay Pundarika Aksham. Lord Vishnu is considered to be, he has Akshay, endless of blessings. That is also why he is called Achyuta. Achyuta means one who never fails. So this Akshay Tritiya is a day that gives endless blessings. It is said that when Vyasji wrote the Mahabharata, it was a day like today that he appointed Ganeshji and the Mahabharata was written. And it is said that in the Mahabharata, when the Pandavas went to Vanvas, they were advised to sustain themselves. They must pray to Surya Narayan, who in turn give them the Akshay Patra, a pot that will never be empty. And here it is said, it is a good time to give dan, to feed, to go to temple, and to do worship. And in conclusion, it talks about the power of Surya Narayan and the power of Chandrama. Chandrama is the moon, and Surya, when they are aligned and in the right position on that day, among the other 364 days, it happens. So it is a very auspicious day, astrologically recommended for prayers and worship. We will have Puja in our Mandir in the morning, early morning, about 7. And in the evening, we have Puja, Havan, and Hanumanji Puja. So for now, we will go to Gita Dhyanam, and we ask Bhagavan Krishna. Somebody said something? Oh. Gita Dhyanam.
पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणी भगवती अष्टादशाध्यायिनी अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दतामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्ण प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमया प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय श्रोत्रवेत्रे कपाले ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोता गोपालनन्दनः स्तुतिर्भोक्ता
दुःखै गीतामृतं महत्
वसुदेवसुतं देवं
कंसचाणूरमर्दनं
देवकी परमानन्दं
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं
भीष्मद्रोणा तथा जयाद्रथ जला
गान्धारनीलोत्पला
शैल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी
कर्णेन वेलाकुला
अश्वत्थामा विकर्णघोरमकरा
दुर्योधनावर्तिनी
शूद्रेणा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी
कैवर्तका केशवा
पारासर्यवच सरोजममलम्
गीताटगण्डोतकम्
नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा
सम्बोधना बोधिता
लोके सज्जन षट्पदैरहरः
पीयमानमुदा
भूयत् भारत पङ्कजं कलिमल
प्रद्वंश्रियं श्रेयसे
मूकं करोति वाचालं
पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं
यत् कृपातमहं वन्दे
परमानन्दमाधवम्
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरुत
सुनुमन्ति दिव्ये सवे
वेदै साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदै
गायन्ति यं सामगा
ध्यानावस्थित तद्गतेन मनसा
पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो
नश्यान्तन्
न विदुर्सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः।
So we will recite this one slok from Bhagavad Gita. It is from the 16th chapter, the very first verse. This verse, as we talk about being divine, tells us that it is important. We heard of the three cities, Ayodhya, Lanka, and the city of King Janak, Mithilapur. And we can choose that where we would like to be ruled by which king? The king is the Lord. And if we want to be ruled by the Lord, then we either live in Ayodhya or Mathura. Not Mathura, Mithila. So we will read this verse because this verse talks about Daivi Sampad, the marks of a divine person, what you should do to become divine. So we will all read together. It's a very simple verse. Abhayam Satya Samsuddhi
अभयं सत्त्वसंशुद्धि
Jnana Yoga Vivastite Danam Damasya Yagyasya
दानं दमस्य यज्ञस्य
Swadhyaya Taparyava
स्वाध्याय तप आर्जवम्
Arjavam. So the slok says, Abhay, try to be fearless as much as you can. Samsuddhi means, we talk about all of this, but the Gita is substantiating it. Try to have purity of heart. Jnana Yoga, to be elevated. There's always progression that takes place in life. We must progress from one level to another, from mild to medium to total sadhak. Jnana Yoga Vivasti Danam, charity. Dan means charity, and the greatest charity in life, it is said, Dene ko, lene ko hari naam gaye, Dene ko anadan, Tarne ko adhinata, Dubne ko abhinay.
Guru Ram, Guru Ram, Guru Ram, Guru Ram, Guru Ram, Ram
होने को अभिमान।
बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम।
लेने को हरिनाम है. If you want to take something from life, take the name of God. देने को अनदान. If you give, you may give money to someone. You may give vidya, which is also a very special dan. You teach. But it is said that anadan, when you can save someone who needs food, you can give food, their hunger can be removed by your little food that you give to them. Or you contribute to a package where food is distributed to the needy, then that is one of the greatest dan. That is a dan you should do. So danam damasya. Damas means we must have self-control. So the greatest dan, other than giving food and so forth, for you to give food, for you to give money, and you do it in the proper way, you must have damasya. Damas means a control. I give, and I give without any expectation. I'm not saying because I give you this, you have to listen to all that I'm telling you, you have to follow me. No, you give freely. You say you may give a man, those beggars on the street here, and they will take the money, and they go and you know what they do. I say, you are doing what you have to do, let them do. So, damasya means that you give, but not like Duryodhan. You give freely without any attachment. Danam damasya yagyasya. Yagya has many meaning to it. You can do puja, you can do havan, you can do sacrifice in the sense that you serve your community. That is also yagya. Seva bhav. Danam damasya yagyasya swadhyaya tapa aryava. Swadhyaya means important. You must read. Don't take whatever you hear or you see on the internet and believe it's true all the time. You must try to read, learn, and understand for yourself what is the path I should choose, whether it's a material side of life or the spiritual side of life. Whether you want to be a sadhak who just have limitation and you say, I'm not going to go for that. Or you want to be a sadhak who's purna, fully involved. That is expected of us. We go into meditation.
दया करो
प्रभु जी दया करो
दया करो
मन में बसो
आने बसो
तंत्र मंत्र पूजा नहीं जानो
तंत्र मंत्र पूजा नहीं जानो
मैं तो केवल जानो
मैं तो केवल तुमको ही मानूं
सारे जग को तू था तुमको
सारी जग में ढूंढा तुमको
अब तक आकर
अब तो आकर बाहर रो
प्रभु जी
प्रभु जी
शिव जी
शिव जी
दया करो
दया करो मन में
बसो
आने बसो
हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि हरि we do two pranayam and we go into meditation. त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे
सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वर्धनात् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्
तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय जगद्योर्मायमृतमगमय
ॐ शान्ति 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 ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति
करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग्। Today's Pretty Bhoj is sponsored by Krishna Ruplal and family. Krishna, his late wife Leela, they were here many years before I came to the temple. I met them here, and I'm still seeing them after so long time. The children were very small, and they were regular devotees at the temple, not because of time and different occupation and situation. They neglect us, but we remember them. They will call. No, that's a joke. And we pray and ask that wherever Bahinji Leela Atma is, that from the dawn, the punya that they do today, she must receive it. I have a very memorable story. When my daughter was about 4 years, I was going to do a puja for them, so I had to sleep overnight. It was Naurat. And she held on to me. She wanted to go. And she had 3 sisters there because Krishna has 3 daughters. And I took her, we did the puja, and I come back. Duty was 9 o'clock. I was back here. So I never forget them. They've always been around, and we ask God to bless the entire family. Today you have missed the medical corner, and it is simply because Babaji is in Guyana. Shiv was in Guyana too, and I'm sure he saw what is going on there. They went to New Amsterdam. On his return, you will see some of the progress that is taking place with the hospital, the clinic, and so many people who are involved from Master and other places, all with one collective effort to help the needy. And in view of this, I would like to invite you or tell you that we are going to have a fundraising gala. It's on the 20th, Babaji? Yeah, 28th of May at 5 p.m., Vishnu Mandir Banquet Hall. The proceeds will go to help the project in Guyana.
There's an orchestra.
There's an orchestra, live orchestra. The proceeds will be going to Guyana. Many people are saying that, Guyana is the what of the Caribbean, the Dubai of the Caribbean. But it may be so, but not yet. Still, we hope that we can reach there and everyone will be much more comfortable. But for now, we are still doing our part by making contribution to a project that helps the needy. 11th of July to 15th July is summer camp. Registration are open on our website. Anything more? Akshay Tritiya Dubara. It's on the 3rd. In the morning, about 7 o'clock, we'll have a little food hawan. And an evening time again, we will celebrate Akshay Tritiya in a very simple but a meaningful way. These are all information for now. Next week is Mother's Day. And Mother's Day has always been a very special day in our temple. It is a day that we come and pay homage to the Divine Mother and be reminded that we have, those of you who have your mother and your father, it's a bonus to life. So we do celebrate Mother's Day here with Puja, Bhajan, and I did not get to talk to Baba about this, but I'm sure he will agree. We will do a special havan for all mothers, whether it's the Durga Suptam or something related to mother on that day. So everyone can come and do offerings for their mother. With this, it brings us to the end of the program. And please take your prasad when you leave. We still have not opened fully through our side of it. there's a private function and they look after themselves, that's okay, but we have not reached to that decision where on Sundays we will feed everyone. You continue with your box food until further notice you will be told about it. Hanuman Chalisa, and then we finish.
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान सीता राम 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 सीता राम राम सीता राम 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 हनुमान ओ सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधार बरनो रघुबर विमल जसो जो नायक फल चार बुद्धिहीन तन जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार भगवत विद्या देव मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय हरीश देव लोक उजागर राम दूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुरन हर्षित रामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेशा हारन कुंडल कुंचित केशा काज पद्म और त्वचा विराजे काले भूषण रेणु साजे शंकर सुत केसरी
नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करि देखो आतुर प्रभु चरित सुनि देखो रसिया राम लखन सीता मन रसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उराए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिया भरत समाई सहस बदन तुमरो यश गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीषा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा यम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते
कवि तो मिलते
सके कहाँ थे हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान तुम उपकार सुग्रीव कीन्हा राम मिलाए राज पर दीना तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मिलि मुख माहि जनरि लांघे अचर जनाहि दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुन मनोरथ तुम्हें देते
तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा।
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहो जी हनुमान।
हमारे राम जी को राम राम
कहो जी हनुमान। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाए जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चितना धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटै सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। जो शत बार पाठ कर कोई छूटे बंदी महासुख होई। जो यहाँ पर हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सो। तुलसीदास सदा
हरि चेरा जयनाथ जय महादेवा।
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहो जी हनुमान। हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहो जी हनुमान। सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 हनुमान। सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 हनुमान। सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 हनुमान।
सीता राम 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 सीता राम राम राम
सीता राम 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 हनुमान।
पवन तनय संकट हरण मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुरभि।
सीता राम 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 हनुमान। सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम राम राम
आरती
सीता
सीताराम सॉरी
सीताराम 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 कहिए। शाही विधि राखी राम ताही विधि रहिए। मुख में हो राम नाम राम सिवा हाथ में। तू अकेला नहीं प्यारी राम तेरे साथ में। विधि का विधान जान आने लाल सही। शाही विधि राखी राम ताही विधि रहिए। किया अभिमान तो फिर मान नहीं पाएगा।
होगा प्यारे वही जो श्री राम जी को
पाएगा। कल आशा त्याग शुभ काम करते रहिए। जाए विधि राखी राम जाए विधि रहिए।
जिंदगी की दौड़ शोभ हाथ दीनानाथ के।
महलों में राखे चाहे झोपड़ी में बास दे।
धन्यवाद निर्जीवाद राम राम कहिए।
चाहे विधि राखी राम ताहे विधि रहिए। आशा एक राम जी
Tuesday, the Radha Krishna Mandir will be doing their Bhumi Puja, and there's reading from Tuesday night until Mother's Day in Cambridge. Thank you.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare
जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट
शरण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जो जावे पल पावे दुख बिन से
मन का स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का
सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे धन का ओम
जय जगदीश हरे
मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण गहूँ मैं किसकी
स्वामी शरण पढ़ूं मैं किसकी
तुम बिन और न दूजा
प्रभु बिन और न
दूजा आश करूँ मैं किसकी
ओम जय जगदीश हरे
पूर्ण परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी
स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम
सबके स्वामी ओम जय
जगदीश हरे
करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता
स्वामी तुम पालन करता
मैं मूरख कल कामी
मैं मूरख तुम स्वामी कृपा करो
भरता ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम हो एका गोचर सबके प्राणपति
स्वामी सब
विद मिलो गोसाई
किस विध मिलो दया में तुमको
मैं घूमती ओम जय
जगदीश हरे
दीन बंधु दुख हरता
ठाकुर तुम मेरे अपने हाथ
उठाओ अपनी शरण लगाओ
तार पड़ा मैं तेरे
ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय
विकार मिटाओ
पाप हरो देवा
श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ
श्रद्धा
प्रेम बढ़ाओ
संतन की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे तन मन धन सब है तेरा स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा तेरा तुझको अर्पण क्या लागे मेरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे
ॐ त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्ति ब्रह्म शान्ति सर्वगुं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति समा शान्तिरेधि। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। बोलिए सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। धर्म की जय हो, अधर्म का नाश हो, प्राणियों में सद्भावना हो, विश्व का कल्याण हो। हर हर महादेव शंभो।
problem with you. Maybe you take it. Doesn't mean there's no like to
No, no.
Because it will last everything.
No, 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 no. No, no, no.
Sister Raju, I'm the last one. Yes. Yeah. Oh, I always forget I don't have my other bag with me.
You are the fourth.
You know what? My
Tomorrow.
No, I really want it done. Like, let me see. Sometimes I have an envelope in here.
Tomorrow.
But yeah, I think I gave it last time from here. So I have to refill this. Yeah. I'll have to refill. No, Prakash is downstairs. I'll see if I.
Tomorrow.
Okay. We'll do it tomorrow for sure. Then I'll have my regular purse. Yes.
So you put the bowl in front?
Yeah.
And everybody put a prasad.
Absolutely. Yes.
जी महाराज, मैं आता हूँ। हाँ